being in love with another friend, which I think is something that happens all the time, and not really knowing if those feelings are reciprocated, and then doing that big brave moment of, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell her how I feel, writing the letter, waking up the next day, regretting it. And it just, and then the whole saga of trying to find this letter. Has she read it? Has she not? Where is it? It's just fodder for such a good story. And it absolutely was. I loved the performances in this. I loved the honesty and the just, it was really authentic storytelling, and I liked how they really did a good job of showing that tension and trying to cover up that tension. um, and even for the audience, also trying to figure out, has she read the letter, does she know something, also regardless of that, does she feel the same way? And it's just nonsense, and you realize this whole time, um, this whole time it was just like some drunken like scrawling, and the actual letter that she had written was at home. Just, it's just so funny, and it really like lightened the tension that we felt throughout the whole film. So it was just this beautiful, perfect moment of brevity.
A great concept for a short film and the subject matter. I thought there was a good amount of tension built for Morgan and her pursuit of finding the letter that she supposedly wrote. Good supporting characters, and I did enjoy the comedic writing. Lots of good jokes I felt and entertaining. I love the part where she's rifling through the mail in the trash bin and how the other friend shows up at the door with the envelope in her hand. That was a surprise.
Has a great use of its time. It really doesn't waste a minute of its runtime in exploring this unrequited love in such an endearing and relatable way. Whether you're queer or not, I think a lot of people can relate to kind of writing the note that many of us regret to write, only to find with relief that it is never received. This is a well acted piece that allows us to both laugh and have some meaningful reflection on what it is to be young and queer.
It's definitely a fresh take on the whole chasing a sent letter, storyline. I've seen these before. They're usually somebody sends their boss a mad letter, and then they're afraid they're going to get fired, and they chase it down. But this is definitely a very fresh take. It's youthful, it's romantic. And it's also, it's coming of age. It's about, she's about to go away to school. She's got to proclaim love. And there's stakes here, like more, much more sympathetic stakes than somebody trying not to lose their job from their cranky boss. Who cares about that? And the actors all did a great job. The two main girls were wonderful. Our lead was just terrific and fantastic. We just really wanted to see her win. Definitely had a John Hughes vibe. And I like the soundtrack too. That definitely had a John Hughes vibe, especially the end credits.
I feel like many of us can empathize with that feeling of, especially when it's a close friend. If you've gained feelings for them, that kind of fear of opening up or confessing those. I just read opening up, name of the film. Anyway, but yeah, just opening up and confessing those feelings, because there's always that fear of the ramifications of doing that. It could lead to many consequences. So it's understandable why our protagonist is so apprehensive to come clean with these feelings. But it was also very cathartic, that eventually she does follow through, and the feelings are reciprocated. And before before I ended off, another thing I wanted to note was I feel like the chemistry between the two actresses was very solid. It was very smooth, very realistic, and very believable.
They hit you in all the feels, because there were parts of this that were very, very funny, and there were parts of it that were very heartfelt. I loved the cinematography. loved the opening music. I thought that that first stroke of the music, it kind of let you know that you were about to see something fun, but also heartfelt, emotional. This was really relatable. All of the actors did such a good job. Everybody was believable. The situation, though, was so relatable when you're about to tell your crush something. It was one of those things. And the twist at the end, I laughed out loud. I thought that was amazing.